Okay, welcome to episode 2 of 1 Minute Sports Blogs football preview. I'm your boy O-Dog, and this over here is your boy Baka. And this week we're going to be trying to get off to a much smoother start than last week. The intro's already going better. We're going to do some Giant stuff, some Jet stuff, throwing a little fun here and there. Who knows? You might have a good time, we might not. Chris, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there, Another week, another dollar, another couple nights of sleep deprivedness,
Absolutely. I got like
you
four
know.
hours. I got like 4 hours of sleep last night. It was oh god, it was awful. Did you see I changed to my background? I,
Yeah,
I'm Jets
I mean
now.
my background's kind of the same.
Oh yeah,
Got,
here's
got Giants poster there. I
yeah.
got a little Eli Manning action right here.
Yeah. I just saw that I needed to get some semblance of football. I've got McConaughey though. I've got McConaughey right here. Some true detective.
Okay.
So he's gonna be watching over us. You always need some McConaughey.
Oh, do you want to know who's watching over us?
Oh.
Hang on. Got a pretty epic poster right here. Little little Frank Underwood action. Can you see that?
Oh, that's sick. That's like that is.
Yeah.
And I've got
Frank the
Walter
Tank.
I've got Walter White and Jesse Pinkman over there, but I just really don't wanna. No.
Yeah, Frank the Tank always looking after us.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely winning the Emmy next year, right? Like he's a lock.
Who knows, man? You never. Maybe like season three isn't as good.
That's true, but like it's just everybody is gone. Like McConaughey's gone. What's his name? Bryan Cranston's gone. John Hamm is gone. Like everybody who was in the category, like who's gonna beat him? Like Vince Vaughn from True Detective season 2.
No,
Like,
but that's the thing. Now that like they're all gone, somebody new might come in and just
yeah,
start like a
that's
new string
that's
of
what I'm
things.
that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. Just like a new contender trying to take the throne of Frank.
I don't know. I think the show's hit its apex.
Yeah, I mean, I think season 1 was amazing, and season 2, eh, it was great, but like compared to season 1, so
Yeah.
season 3 is either gonna be epic or it's gonna be like a total dud. There's no middle ground.
I just don't know where they can throw in like any more storylines or twists.
It's got to be about his downfall, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and something with Claire. I think like the moral conflict with Claire, and I think they laid the groundwork for that already.
yeah, that's true.
You know.
hmm Yeah. All right, so let's get into some football stuff.
Yeah.
Um, Giants game. I didn't see it this week because I was in the city changing the world. Um, I don't. What did you
I
think?
can we can I can do an entire podcast on you attending the climate walk, but we're not going to do that.
Did you see what Cruz? Did you see what Cruz said on my Instagram? Cause I
Oh,
Instagram.
the number one supporter of 1 Minute Sports Blog.
Yeah, he said, "Holy shit! Oh, and I didn't know you were a Democrat." And I said, "Cruz, do you still love me?" He said, "Yeah, just get your shit together." I was like, "Classic Cruz."
Yeah, no, Giants. How about it on Sunday afternoon against the Texans? Nice win, good all around effort. I was
Yeah,
happy. I
I
was
mean,
happy. Eli looked good. It's amazing what Eli man when his receivers catch the ball and he can
mhm.
set his feet in the pocket.
I've been thinking that like once Victor Cruz cannot just keep dropping balls. Once he starts catching them, like big things are gonna happen.
I think he had 100 yards and a touchdown, or maybe like 80 yards and a touchdown,
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
was trying to trade for him in fantasy, but I have no assets to trade besides like Drew Brees.
My fantasy team's in shambles.
I'm 0-3, dude. Shit's hitting the fan real fast. We are almost on the verge of tanking for the number 1 pick. Yeah. So I just saw like I wasn't really watching the game. I was just kind of like keeping up with stats because I use the DraftKings thing. And so like every week I put like $2 in or $3 into a game, and I drafted a bunch of people from the Giants Texans game. I had I had Larry Donnell because you spoke so highly of him. I had
How do you do?
I think he might have caught a touchdown. I don't know.
Uh,
He did pretty good. He got me like 11 points.
yeah, he had to have caught a touchdown then.
Um, I had Arian Foster who got shut down. Oh no, because I had Arian Foster who I had to replace because he got hurt.
Yeah, I was about to say Arian Foster did not play.
Yeah, exactly. I had to replace him. That's where the game. But their defense, I mean, they only let up, what, 10 points?
17, a little bit garbage time
Yeah, they let up a garbage time touchdown. But it was third.
They were up 30-10 at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was not expecting that. I thought it would be either a nail biter or the Texans would take it. I never thought the Giants would pull it out.
Dude, Ryan Fitzpatrick is just not.
No.
He should not be a starter in the NFL.
Mm-mm. There's so many like backups. Why didn't Michael Vick go to the Texans? Like he would have been the starter in Houston.
I don't know.
I guess Bill O'Brien just didn't. I don't even know. They could have drafted Bortles, but they drafted Clowney, but that's gonna be a good pick. Yeah, so that's the NFC East. The Eagles look good, dude.
I know.
I watched that game. I have Red Zone on my phone, so I was watching a lot of that game. Yeah, the Eagles. If the Giants are gonna have to take the wild card, the Eagles are going 11-5.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Unless the Eagles just get hit with some injuries.
It's just Shady and Macklin are just playing like lights out right now. Foles is getting a lot of like stats and he's getting a lot of credit, but it's really like he's throwing like 5-yard dink and dunks, and McCoy and Macklin are just making moves, and it's just huge. And Chip Kelly is just a boss. They played it. G-Men play tonight. Who they got? The Redskins?
Got the Skins tonight.
Phil Simms is in his public protest of the Redskins. Will not say the Redskins tonight. You see, he's gonna say the Red Team.
Such BS. Like, it's their team name. Take it for what it is. People looking into it just too much.
I know. It's just stop being like babies about it. Like,
I can see how it's offensive, and I understand that completely. But if that's their team name, all these editorial boards saying oh, we're not going to refer to them as the Redskins, that's just so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's like
you're not going to convince anybody of anything at that point, in that position.
You're making a story out of it to make a story out of it.
Some publicity stunt.
Exactly. Oh, change the name of the Redskins. No.
I'm sure CBS told Phil Simms to come out against this because you could probably brainwash Phil Simms into anything.
Phil Simms looks like the definition of a simpleton. Just a guy.
Did you see his the video of him struggling with the T?
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, that was hilarious. It's hilarious.
That was a very, very, very suggestive mouth open there.
Oh yeah. And then there was the people in Denver who tried to sign a petition to get Phil Simms not to do the Denver Broncos games because they think Phil Simms hates the Broncos.
Okay, Phil Simms can't hate anybody. He has no hate in his heart. The only person who should not be allowed to call certain games is Troy Aikman and the Giants.
He hates the Giants. He's come out and said it publicly that he hates the Giants.
Yeah, it's just so absurd.
And every announcer ever hates the Jets. It's not even a conspiracy. Every ref ever hates the Jets. We'll get into that. But what do you think about the game tonight?
Tonight. That defensive front from Washington's good. They got 10 sacks last week.
Dude, Kirk Cousins, man.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is good. Deshaun Jackson and Pierre Garcon are good. They got a lot of playmakers. I think the Giants secondary's got to step up tonight.
Yeah. The Giants, they have a really, I think their secondary is underrated. Like, I talk to a
Yeah.
lot of Giants fans who are like, oh, our secondary sucks. I'm like, watch a fucking Jets game. Like, your secondary is not that bad.
Now that we got a lot of good players.
You're not the Seahawks, but, like, you've got a lot of good guys.
But I think Dominic Rogers, Cromartie DRC is gonna have to step up. Prince of Mukamara is gonna have to step up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The corner spots.
I think it should be a good game.
Quentin Demps, I think, is taking over at safety.
Who was your safety?
Was it not Will Hill? Was it Stevie Brown who got hurt? I forget. One of our safeties got hurt.
You can have one of ours. We've got like 15, but we don't have any cornerbacks. So we'll trade you. Give you like one of our 1,000 safeties.
Yeah. So we have a fresh safety out there tonight with Roll. So
yeah.
The Giants have always been pretty good at shutting down Alfred Morris.
Mm-hmm.
I can't ever really remember him giving them like serious problems.
I can't ever remember Alfred Morris giving anybody serious problems, but like at the end of the year, he always ends up with like over 1,000 yards rushing.
Because he puts together like 80 to like 100 a game, and that'll get you over 1,000.
Yeah, that's like Sean Green a couple of years ago put together a 1,000-yard season because the Jets handed him the ball like 400 times. I think that's a lot like that. Mm-hmm. But the game's got to come down for the Giants to the receivers again. Like
that's what's to come down to every game this season.
Like we've seen.
Like no matter who the Giants, I'm a firm believer in that the Giants could beat every team in the NFL other than like the top 5. Other than the top 5.
Who's the top 5? Because right now, I mean, at the beginning of the season, the Packers were like number 2, and now they're 1 and 2.
I'm not counting the Packers. I'm counting the current top 5.
What? The Eagles, Cardinals, Seahawks, like the Broncos. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, even if the Eagles are a top 5 team, the Giants could definitely beat them just because it's like a divisional game.
Yeah. No, I wasn't gonna throw the Eagles in there.
But I mean, you shouldn't have to. But like, they're undefeated and they've looked really good outside the first half of Jacksonville.
I think the Giants are gonna take one game against Philadelphia.
That's how I always feel. The Giants, I feel like, always split with Philly. Like the Jets don't always split with the Patriots, but I feel like, I don't know, those games are always up for grabs. Sorry, I think I'm getting sick.
You're always sick.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is. It's because I don't eat right. Yeah. That's what it is. I don't eat right.
I don't think I've had a vegetable since I've been back to school.
Oh, I've been eating a lot of salad and stuff. I've lost a lot of weight. It's just like then I eat shit too. Like I was literally getting ready for the thing and I was eating a bag of Tostitos. Like I just can't. Oh, whatever. Okay.
Jets. Let's do some Jets.
Yeah, we'll do the Jets. I don't even know where to start on Monday night.
Oh no. Before we do the Jets.
Are you gonna do this?
Week 3, Eli Manning or Geno Smith? Who do you got, Owen? Who you got, O-Dog? Let me know.
Oh, all right. I
don't have the direct stats in front of me, but it's not even close. And you know why? It's just it's incomparable.
Mm-hmm.
It's incomparable. I take Eli Manning week 3. I take him week 4. I take him week 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 years from now, 3 years from now.
I said I was a year early on this, and I am sticking to that. Week 3 next year, I will absolutely take Geno Smith. Right now, I was proven wrong 100% 3 days after I said it. I was proven wrong like 2 minutes after I said it. But
You proved
next
your own
year,
self wrong.
I just kept talking in circles.
Time is a flat circle.
Time is a flat circle. I actually had a philosophy class today, and some guy drew like the professor drew like a
Some
square
guy.
circle.
Some guy.
Some guy, this professor guy. I don't know who he was. He just drew like this square circle on the wall, and he's like, he said something. I just wanted to scream out like, "Time is a flat circle," but I don't think anybody would get it, so I just look like an idiot. Yeah, that was my day. That was the most exciting part of my day. All right. So the Jets game. I was obviously wrong this year about the Geno Smith, Eli Manning thing. Can we get past that? Next year we'll have this argument again.
Just say it one more time for me.
Eli Manning is better in 2014 than Geno Smith. You look like you're like getting off to that.
No, just
Oh, Eli Manning's better. Oh, we need to take a quick break from the podcast.
did you see the video about the guy from Wisconsin who like ejaculates 100 times a day?
Times a day. Yes, the videos of him like. He's like crying and like. In pain.
Oh, is that your sex face?
That's my sex face. That's my. Oh. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh god. I just completely lost my train of thought. All right, so I guess I'll go to the Jets because I'm just digging my a deep hole in like my image of whatever. Okay, Monday Night Football last week. I thought it was going to be a blowout. Like, I wrote the blog, I wrote the preview blog, and as I was writing it, I was like, hey, we could win. And so I kind of convinced myself a little bit that we could win. But in my mind, I always thought it was going to be a blowout. And so, I mean, I guess in a way, it shouldn't have been a disappointment. But just the way that game played out, and I know I always say the officials took that game from us, but the officials took that game from us. Like, we made a couple of bad plays. The drop punt was inexcusable. Geno had a couple of bad picks, but like first drive, a defensive pass interference way down that everybody was like that wasn't pass interference. The sack fumble that they just ruled dead. I was losing my goddamn mind. Because I even said it as it was coming out. Like, I didn't need the replay. I was like, he fumbled. It was clear as day that he fumbled.
Yeah, that was a tough break. That was a real tough break.
I mean, I know that because I know even if the Jets scored the touchdown, the game would have grown, like, it would have gone a totally different direction. But that's just tough to see. And then, you know, what really killed us, it wasn't, if you're not refs killed us, it was that we kept settling for field goals in the red zone. That's been our problem all year. We did it twice against the Raiders. We lost a ball against the Raiders. We did it against the Packers when we had our foot on their throats. And then we finally caught up to us against the Bears. Well, it caught up to us last week. But it caught up to us against the Bears. We had a legitimate chance to win that game. And then the obvious pass interference in the end zone with Curley pushed him out of the end zone.
Oh, bullshit.
Dude.
That ball was thrown out of bounds.
That ball was not thrown out of bounds. Curley caught it in bounds. And the dude, like, I don't know.
They got rid of the push-out rule. They got rid of the push-out rule like 10 years ago. Push-out rule is non-existent. He never caught the ball in bounds.
He had the ball in bounds. Like, He had the ball in
Although
the
the
air.
fact that his feet weren't down.
Yeah, his feet weren't down, but his body was in
What's the
what the end
definition of
zone would
catch?
be,
I want to hear the definition of catch from your mouth right now.
2 feet in bounds. But
That's it. That's it.
no, but if the defender doesn't let the receiver get a chance to catch the ball, then that's pass interference. That's what I'm arguing. I'm not arguing it was a catch. I'm arguing that the defender didn't give Curley a legitimate chance to catch the ball. And that's the definition of pass interference.
You know, those plays at the end of the game never get flags. Never do. Same way in basketball, last second shots never get calls. Just because the refs don't want to decide it.
Yeah, that happened in that happened in the Patriots game, I think, last year. Like the Patriots either won a game or lost a game because of that. Because I think it was that they won a game because I think that I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
I just think that was just. I just can't believe it was Curley 2 weeks in a row. Like Curley catches the pass in the end zone that gets nullified, and we don't get the touchdown. And then Curley catches the pass that he gets pushed out on, and that should have been pass interference. That should have been a touchdown, or we should have gotten it at the 1 yard line. But whatever, we lost the game. We're 1-2. I expected us to be 1-2 at this point, so I'm not.
As did I. As did I.
I'm not supremely disappointed. In this stretch, we need at least one win, and I think it could be this week. And I guess I'll put a perfect segue. I'll start talking about this week. We've got the Lions. Yeah, Megatron is gonna run train on our fucking secondary. Like he is just gonna go bananas.
Oh, so I guess you guys play the NFC North this week. Like that's this year. The AFC East plays the NFC North. Is that how it lines up?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad draw. NFC North, not that good.
That's a terrible draw. The Bears, the Packers, the Lions, and what's the fourth team in the NFC North?
Vikings.
Okay. Adrian
Should go
Peterson.
2-2. Should go 2-2.
We're already 0-2. We got to take this.
Giants had the NFC North last year and they went 3-1.
It's fair. I think 2-2 is attainable. Like the only person on the Lions that scares me, and obviously should, but the only person that scares me in this game is Calvin Johnson. Like there's no other. I think unless he like catches like 200 yards and like 3 touchdowns, I think we can win the game. It's going to be low scoring, I think, because the Jets are the number 2 defense, Lions are the number 1. Geno needs to not make any mistakes, like 0. He just needs to not make like he just can't, and not mistakes, because every quarterback makes mistakes over the course of a game. But he needs to just not make stupid plays like when it's tough to explain because like he tries to get the ball like 15 or 20 yards down the field, but just doesn't see the linebackers, and it either gets tipped or they get picked. He throws more interceptions to linebackers than cornerbacks. Like, it's nuts. Every throw of his gets cut off. And, yeah, Chris Ivory should get every single down because he's been dominating this year. And for some reason, we sat him in the fourth quarter. Chris Johnson sucks. He just sucks. Bilal Powell is the man. So our 3-man running back team it's awesome. I love it. The 3 amigos. Decker is I think Decker's gonna miss the game because hamstring. What else? Yeah, our cornerbacks still suck. We've got our best cornerback. Our best cornerback is not D. Milliner. Our best cornerback is a converted safety. Yeah, so I think this is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one. We're gonna have to control the clock, I think. If we control the clock and we don't turn the ball over, I think we can pull that one out.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that was some in-depth analysis. That was good, and I didn't even like prepare for this. That was off the cuff.
Not gonna lie, I zoned out a little bit.
Yeah, I
But
know.
hey,
I could tell. I could tell that you were just like, and so I was like, I just gotta keep talking. I just gotta keep going.
I I don't know.
Been a
I
long
have
day.
nothing to add to that.
Been a long day, Chris.
Yeah, I start early on Thursdays. I'm in class from like 9 to 1
My eight got
straight.
my eight got canceled this morning. It was the greatest thing ever. I rolled out of bed. Great thing about having a small campus. Rolled out of bed at 7:53. Put on some sweatpants. Walked over. Got to the classroom at 7:59. Some kid like taps me on the shoulder, and tapping me on the shoulder before like 9 a.m. You're like, you're risking a punch in the face, and this kid's just like, "Oh, class is canceled." I almost gave him a hug. I was so happy. I slept till like 12. I just went home and I was just like, and then I just passed out. It was so awesome. All right, you want to get to some predictions and then wrap it up?
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. For my New York Football Giants tonight, I have G-Men 23, Skins 20.
Hold on, wait one sec. My dad just sent me this thing saying MLB.com beat reporter may have jinxed the Mets season-long
Oh,
balkless.
you didn't see that yet? I wanted to bring that up actually, but I forgot.
Oh, really? Want
Yeah,
to do predictions
guy.
and then we'll talk some Mets stuff?
Sure.
All right, yeah, because we're just doing this thing. So what are you, 23-17 G-Men?
23-20.
23-20? All right, I'll predict G-Men too. I'll go 24-17 Red. I
Hmm?
think Kirk, I think Kirk Cousins is good. I really like Kirk Cousins. I wanted the Jets to trade for him over the offseason. I also picked him up in fantasy. I think I'm going to start him.
I just have like this personal vendetta for Cousins because he beat Wisconsin in the regular season a couple years back when Russell Wilson was on the team with like a last-second Hail Mary. But then we got him in the Big Ten championship game. So
Are you guys like a lock for the Rose Bowl this year? Pretty much.
absolutely not. First of all,
You're-
I think the Rose Bowl is one of the
Oh yeah, it's one of the playoffs. So
semifinal games. So
yeah,
no.
it's one of the semifinal games.
Well, for a BCS bowl game, if we win the Big Ten, I think we're gonna win the Big Ten West pretty
Yeah, you're
handedly.
gonna win the West.
But then it comes down to that one game, and anything can happen there.
But
Like
like,
we were unranked 2 years ago in that game. We beat Nebraska. The only reason why we got into that game 2 years ago though was because Penn State and Ohio State were like on
they were
sanctions.
ineligible. Yeah.
And they both had better records.
That's funny. Um, yeah, I don't know. Wisconsin always seems to end up there. Um, okay, so I'll do Jets. I think Jets Lions. I think it's going to be 20-14 Jets. I think Calvin Johnson is going to catch 2 touchdown passes and probably have like 250 yards receiving. But I think we can do enough. I think 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals is enough for us. Is enough of a lead for us.
I'm with you on Jets 20, but I got Lions 31.
You think we're going to give up 31 again, or whatever it was? Well, that would mean
Yes.
we. Wow. I could see it happening. It's just I don't know. I just never believe that Rex's defense can give up that many points because we didn't give up that many points this week. One of them was a pick six.
Yeah.
One of them was like we were put in like our own. We were already put in our own territory. The Lions, or not the Lions, the Bears started out at like the 35. So like we didn't give up that many yards, but our like special teams and our offense just like sucked and screwed us. So I think we really only gave up like 14 points on defense that game. But I mean, yeah, against Calvin Johnson and Matt Stafford, anything's possible. Matt Stafford could also throw like 5 picks. He could pull a Tony Romo. Um, yeah, so I've got the Redskins and the Jets. You've got the Giants and the Lions. Perfect. Flip flop.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Makes sense. All right. So wait, what is this thing? This Jinx thing that you
All
wanted to
right,
get?
so this guy, the Mets beat writer on MLB.com,
Anthony
had
Anthony DeComo.
yes,
Okay.
he tweeted Mets have gone
Here, I've
like
got the I've
Mets
got the
no Mets can become first NL team in 15 years to not have a balk in their season,
yeah.
and then 2 minutes later tweeted in all caps, oh like oh my god they just balked.
I've got the whole story here. That is so funny. One of baseball's oddities. Hashtag Mets can become the first NL team in 15 years to go an entire season without balking. Then he did his stupid thing. Then Dylan G goes and balks. Oh my God, they just balked. That's funny. Uh,
So classic.
Mets on the brink of going a full season without randomly giving me $1 million. That's what he tweeted after. That's pretty funny. Um,
Gotta
we
ask for
might fin-
more money.
what?
Gotta ask for more money. If that's what you're rolling with, his motif there, that things that are gonna
Yeah, exactly.
happen right
1 million.
afterward.
1 million. Chris, they randomly gave Chris Young 7 million. I booed Chris Young every time he got up this week. I went to the Yankee game.
The fact
Uh,
that he starts for the Yankees is just
dude, oh my God, he got up with the bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, and the Yankees were down 3. I was like, Chris Young's gonna hit a grand slam to win it. I've been booing him all game. I've been saying how much because I was decked out in my Mets gear at Yankee Stadium. Everybody's wearing their stupid Jeter shirts and everything, and yeah, and I'm booing Chris Young all game, and I like I could have sworn he was gonna hit a grand slam. I was like, God hates me, so like he's gonna hit a grand slam. I think he struck out. Classic Chris Young. Um, yeah. Also a note on the Yankee game. I think I told you before this. Jeter got 6 standing ovations. The first one was he made a play in the first inning, a ground ball to shortstop that he fielded and threw to first, like shortstops do every game. And the whole crowd gets up. Yes. Jeter. Tip the cap. Tip the cap. And that went on for about a minute. It was,
I'm really glad you got up and showed me what a standing ovation looks like.
yeah, I really
That
just
was
wanted,
big for me. That
I
was
really
big.
just wanted to tip the cap, but whatever. Yeah, it got on my nerves. I got to see Jose Reyes though too, which was awesome. He went over 5 with like 4 strikeouts.
It sounds about right to me. It sounds about right.
We're, uh, I think we beat the Nationals today.
We
We're
did.
gonna finish the season in second place. This is not. That's not like ridiculous. We might finish second in the NL East. That's
Well,
nuts.
NL East isn't like that good of a division.
I know, but second, come on. That's gotta with this team.
Yeah, it's a bright spot. It's a bright spot. I'll take it.
It's better than fourth. Like, even if we had a good record, I would rather 1 game under 500 and second than 3 games over 500 and fourth. It's just like a mental thing. Like, yeah,
I
we
guess.
finished second in the NL East last year. No big deal. Who wants to blow me? Um,
Not me.
yes, you do. Yeah. That's about it we've got for this week. I just run out of stuff to say. Um, join us next week. We're always going to be doing this on Thursdays. We're also going to be trying to do it on Thursdays. And I'm going to put it right on the blog. I'm going to put it on my YouTube page. Other than that, keep watching, keep reading. Peace.
Love you guys.